This is on end behavior tier 2. So we're going to use this table to help us figure out what's happening at the end of this function. Let's plug in these values. Negative 50, negative 2 times negative 50 minus 4. Negative 2 times negative 50 is 100. 100 minus 4 is 96. Negative 2 times negative 3 minus 4. This is 6 minus 4, 2. Negative 2 times 0 minus 4 is 0 minus 4. Negative 4. Negative 2 times 3 minus 4, this is negative 6 minus 4, negative 10. And negative 2 times 50 minus 4, this is negative 100 minus 4, negative 104. So we can see that as we go towards negative infinity, our numbers are getting smaller, that our numbers are increasing. So as x approaches negative infinity, y approaches positive infinity. I'll show you that on the graph in a second. As we go to the right and our numbers are getting larger and closer to positive infinity, our y values are getting smaller. So those are approaching negative infinity. So as x approaches positive infinity, y approaches negative infinity. So if we're going to graph this function real quick, we draw a rough sketch at negative 4, and we go down 2 over 1, there's my slope. You can see that as x approaches negative infinity, y is approaching positive infinity. That's our end behavior. And then as the x values are getting larger towards positive infinity, the y values are approaching negative infinity. They're getting smaller. Now we want to find the end behavior of f of x equals 3. Well, remember, this is the same thing as saying y equals 3. So if I were to graph this one, there's 3 on my y scale. Well, this point is 3, 3. Y is still 3. At this point, it's negative 1, 3. Y is still 3. Y equals 3 is a horizontal line. So as x approaches negative infinity, as we get smaller and smaller and smaller in this x direction, y approaches 3. It stays at 3. As we get smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller in this left direction, y does not change. It's still 3. As we get larger and larger and larger, as x approaches positive infinity, this direction, y also approaches 3. So it didn't really change. If we fill in the rest of this function for f of x equals 3, the x-intercept does not happen. There is no x-intercept. It never crosses that x-axis. The y-intercept is 0, 3, right? Right here. It's never increasing or decreasing because it's staying constant. So there are no intervals of increasing or decreasing. Positive and negative, the whole thing is above the x-axis. So the whole thing is positive. So from negative infinity to positive infinity, everything is positive. There's no negative intervals because there's no part of this line that is below the x-axis.